All right, it's heaven and hell time. Living the music here where we unpack life lessons and classic songs. Today we are looking at Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath, lyrics by Ronnie James Dio. He's one of my all-time favorites. Love his voice, love his lyrics, love his whole come from as a performer. Miss him dearly. So here we go. We're just going to look at some of the lyrics, see what we can make out of it and integrate into our lives. All right, so in the first verse, he says, the devil is never a maker. The less that you give, you're a taker. Okay, well, in a sense, that's a simple sentiment, but worth considering, worth looking at. Where do we fall on that continuum of giver, taker? Are you taking more than you give? Or are you giving more than you take? What happens in life when you take more? What happens when you give more? I think we'd all probably agree that you feel happier when you're giving. Sure, it's great to receive at times, but it's the act of giving that's really empowering. And you know, there's a sense of taking, not just like receiving a gift, but actually, you know, sucking the energy up or really trying to manipulate and control and dominate someone, which is, you know, a form of taking that's it's destructive in nature. And while it might have short-term gain, I think we probably lose in the long run. I think that's what he's saying in the song. Let's see. The lover of life's not a sinner. The ending is just a beginner. The closer you get to the meaning, the sooner you'll know that you're dreaming. So, yeah, he's talking about a couple things here. The lover of life's not a sinner. Yeah, so that's a big theme of mine. It's what I teach all my clients. You know, it's nothing revelatory that I've invented, but I just believe in the idea of full participation in life. Not waiting for someday or the right time. I just believe in throwing yourself into life, just like I'm throwing myself into this channel. Come what may, I'm going to give 100%, and then I can live with the results. And I think you can too. Now, this idea about the closer you get to the meaning, the sooner you know you're dreaming. He comes back to that. He says, well, if it seems to be real, it's illusion. For every moment of truth, there's confusion in life. Another powerful point, something I bring out to my clients all the time. Look, we want to live in certainty, right? We want to live like we have the answers, and there's comfort in feeling like you have the answer. But actually, when you have the answer, the question's closed and the curiosity's closed. And a lot of times, the answer that you're so certain of is really just a certain point of view or an interpretation. So you don't owe it allegiance necessarily. And especially when that interpretation brings you down or disempowers you or could even disempower other people. In that sense, why hold on to it if it's all illusion anyway? Let's choose the perspective that's going to make us more happy. All right, going on from there. They say that life's a carousel, spinning fast, you got to ride it well. So yeah, he's talking about roll with the punches, roll with the changes. Life's going to throw curveballs. It's a constant change of scenery. You got to be able to adopt and adapt and, you know, I mean, like adopt new perspectives, new horizons. And of course, you got to adapt to the changing vistas. But the ultimate lyric here, I think the most famous one, is where he says, the world is full of kings and queens who blind your eyes and steal your dreams. It's heaven and hell. I've heard Ronnie refer to that in more than one interview. So, yeah, now, from one perspective, that can sound somewhat victim-y, let's say, somewhat poor me, and that is something we got to watch out for, right? Like, you don't want to walk around life just thinking the whole world is persecuting you. At the same time, I have to agree with Ronnie that the world is full of kings and queens who'll blind your eyes and steal your dreams, which is to say that quite possibly there is malevolence in the world. There is evil in a whatever form it can take, whether it's a spiritual form or it's just purely human. You may encounter it from time to time, and Jordan Peterson speaks of this in his lectures and his books. And if you're so naive as to think it doesn't exist, boy, it's going to hit you so hard. It may be tough to ever recover. So better to prepare yourself, be aware that it's out there, and have a little bit of protection, a little bit of awareness that you could be the next victim for the malevolence that's out there looking for who's next. And sometimes it's not a person. Sometimes it could be an event or a series of events that comes in, and it doesn't have malevolence in and of itself, the event. It's just shit that happens. However, it can try to steal your dreams, right? It can feel like it's stealing your dreams. And I think Ronnie's also saying, yeah, beware of it, but you don't have to give up your dreams to anything, any set of circumstances, or anyone. Hold on to your dreams. Live your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. I know many of his songs reference that, and I know he would agree with that. So, yeah, the world is full of heaven and hell, good, evil, right, wrong, beautiful, ugly. It's all there. It's a tapestry for sure. You could hide your head in the sand and just want to avoid anything that's uncomfortable, or you say, yeah, here it is. This is heaven and hell. I get to make my own heaven. I'm going to help other people make their own heaven. Let's go. So that's my take on heaven and hell. If this has been of any benefit to you, please hit like. Please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Love to have you aboard. We got lots more songs to dissect, and I need your participation. And by the way, send us a comment. Let us know how any of this is striking you, and how much you love this song, or just whatever you want to say. I'd love to hear it. So there you go. Heaven and hell. Until next time, take care.